So this is a cool little thought puzzle. Once again, we're learning how to write things algebraically, and we're learning a specific phrase. We need to understand this phrase, terms of h. When you say in terms of something, it means that is going to be in whatever phrase you use, okay? So in terms of h means I'm going to have an h in there. I had some of you kids be like, well, I can't solve this because I don't know what h is. We're not asking for you to solve it. We want you to write her age 3 years ago in terms of h. Helen's age is 8 years old. So Helen is h. Is Helen's? I'm getting a little tired. Yeah, I should be. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Helen's age is h. Well, Helen's age 3 years ago then would be h minus 3, wouldn't it? I simply take 3 years away from Helen's age, and that will give me how old she was 3 years ago. For instance, if Helen is 14, 3 years ago she was 11. And in my brain, I just went 14 minus 3 is 11. H minus 3. We don't know what h is, so we simply write it like this. It's in terms of h. Helen's age in 3 years' time, 3 years from now, is going to be whatever age she is now, plus 3. Okay? Now, moving further on, we're going to talk about Helen's mom. Helen's mom is now 4 times as old as Helen was 3 years ago. It says, how old is Helen's mother now? So let's write this in terms of h. Well, we know that 3 years ago, Helen was h minus 3, right? And her mom's 4 times as old as that now. Okay, so I just need to multiply that by 4. Many of you wrote 4 times h minus 3. According to order of operations, I would do this 4 times 8 and then subtract 3 from it, and I would be wrong. You need to make sure that you keep that in parentheses, all right? Or you'll get an incorrect value when you solve the problem. That one wasn't right. Okay? What is the present age of Helen's sister in terms of age? Well, her sister's present age is 2 years more than. More than means plus. So I'm going to add 2 years to whatever I do here. Once again, you notice I'm not doing things in order of how I read them. 2 years more than 1/3 of something. 1/3. 1/3 is the same as dividing by 3. Okay. 2 years more than 1/3 of Helen's age in 3 years' time. Well, here's Helen's age in 3 years' time. There's Helen's age in 3 years' time divided by 3, or 1/3. And we're adding 2 to it because her age is 2 years more. That's it. Another way of expressing this is 1/3 of h plus 3. All of that plus 2. Some of you put divided by here. 1/3 divided by h plus 3. Well, that's the same thing as multiplying it. You can't do that. It's 1/3 of, and of means to multiply. Okay? Both of those mean the same thing. Study that for a bit if you need to. Okay, so it says if Helen is 12 years old, oh, we just found out what h is. Right there. We didn't give you h before because we wanted to create these formulas. Just like engineers and scientists and financial people, especially chief financial officers in companies, just like all those people do, they create formulas so that when we get the numbers, we can plug them in. Well, we know now h is 12. It says, how old are her mother and her sister? Well, her mother is 4 times h plus 3, which is 4, or h minus 3, times 12 minus 3, which is 4 times, we're going to do stuff in the parentheses first, 4 times 9 is 36. That's how old her mother is. Her sister is h plus 3 divided by 3 plus 2. All I did was put a 3 in. I'm sorry, a 12 in for h. I am really losing it. Got to get this video done. 12 plus 3 is 15 divided by 3 plus 2. Notice I'm not doing this in my head. I take a step, write it down so that I don't have to do 4 things at a time in my head. 15 divided by 3 is 5 plus 2 is 7. I write an entire sentence with pieces that are filled in until I just pop that answer out. Okay, I didn't need to carry all this in my head. I just wrote it down one step at a time. So Helen's mother's 36, Helen is 12, and Helen's sister is 7.